Hello everyone, and welcome back on our YouTube channel Wains. As you know that we have started to make new videos for the questions which are added in the theory of German driving license from 1st of October 2023. In the last video we have covered 15 questions. There are total 49 questions, so we will cover them in 3 videos. The first video, which we have already uploaded, is consisted of 15 questions. This video which we are making today or uploading today, it's again of 15 questions, and then the last video will be of 19 questions. Before starting the video for today, we would tell you not to forget to subscribe our channel, like our videos, share with your friends, and if you want to support us on Patreon, you can also do that. So let's start the first question for today's video, or the 16 questions from the newly added questions. So and the question is, you are driving on a road with one lane for each direction. So there is one lane for each direction. A convoy of motor vehicle is driving up ahead of you. Okay, so there is a convoy which is going in front of us, ahead of us. Why should you refrain from overtaking in order to prevent a dangerous situation from occurring? Okay, so if you want to overtake, there is only one lane in one direction. That means if you want to overtake the convoy, then you have to keep in mind that you have to change your lane, and you have to go to the oncoming traffic lane. Then you will overtake completely the convoy, which is a long overtaking distance, because this we remember already from our previous video, that you can never break a convoy. So you will, it's not like this, you overtake two vehicles of convoy and then you enter and break the convoy, which is like, let's say, 5 vehicles. You overtake two vehicles and then you come back into your lane. Nay, you have to overtake all the vehicles. So overtaking distance is long, number one. Number two, you cannot see ahead of you. Like, there are, let's say there could be 5 vehicles or 6 vehicles from a convoy. You cannot see ahead of them. How is the road situation, how it looks like? So let's see what we can do. Why should you refrain from overtaking? Because I cannot assess the road situation ahead of the convoy. That is very clear. Convoy can be consisted of 2 vehicles, 3, 4, 5, 6, many vehicles. So you cannot see exactly what is happening ahead of the convoy. While road situation is not clear, it's only one lane in each direction. So if you want to overtake, that could be dangerous, because I should not break the convoy by pulling back into my lane early. That is very clear, that we already know that we cannot break a convoy. So that is also correct. That's why if you want to overtake, be sure overtake the complete convoy and then enter into your lane again, because the overtaking distance is considerably larger than with the single vehicle. Just for sure, it could be the convoy is moving ahead of you, and the overtaking distance could be of 100 meter, could be of 200 meter. You never know. It's not like the very, you are only overtaking a single car, in which the overtaking distance is not that much. You increase your speed, change the lane, overtake it and come back. But it's a huge convoy, and your overtaking distance is very very large. It's a big, actually. So you need to be very careful. The next question is, you are driving on a winding section of a road popular with motorcyclists. So the winding section, the road which is taking curves and turns, a curly road, popular with motorcyclists. So there are motorcyclists on the roadway. What must you anticipate? Motorcyclists encroaching into my lane due to their strongly tilted position when cornering. Yes, that's possible. You know, when motorcyclists take turn, normally they tilt themselves with the roadway while cornering, so maybe they will come into your lane. Motorcyclists cutting corners, this we already know. On the corners, normally they cut the corners very sharply, and with the massive speed and with a tilted position. So definitely this option is also correct. Motorcyclists overtaking me in a risky manner. You can expect the risky manner of overtaking from motorcyclists anytime, because the shape of the motorcyclist, or the volume, the motorcycle is not that big. So the motorcyclists are always trying to travel with a very fast speed, fast pace, and they are always like, they are oriented to overtake very 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 in a very risky way with a high speed. So you should keep all these 3 points in mind. The next question is a video question. Okay, so you are on a roadway, some traffic is behind you, motorcyclists behind you, black truck, 2 lane, and then you see, you have switched on the hazard warning light. That means there is a traffic jam, everyone has switched on, and you see this motorcyclist which is coming behind us. you see, coming from behind us. And even this yellow truck, it is also traveling very fastly. You see the rapid pace of the yellow truck. So there is a bit complex situation for us if you can anticipate it. In front of us there is traffic jam, everyone has switched on hazard light, so as we. Motorcyclist is coming. Okay, motorcycle is coming very fastly, and similarly the yellow truck is also approaching us. The main purpose of hazard warning light is to inform the the cars or the traffic behind you that hey, there is a traffic jam, is slow down. So I think that's why we have switched on the hazard warning lights. But if you see, the yellow truck is coming rapidly, so the driver will recognize it very late that there is a traffic jam. So let's see what are the options. What must you anticipate here? Okay, the motorcyclists drive between the lines of vehicles. For sure, the motorcyclist, which at the moment is in our blind spot, we cannot see the motorcyclist. Not here, neither here nor here. But we know the size of the motorcycle is not that big, and the motorcyclist will continue to travel between these two lanes. So it's possible that motorcyclists drive between the lines of vehicles. The driver of yellow truck does not notice the start of tailback in time. Yes, you see there is a traffic jam building up, and the yellow truck was coming with a very with a very fast pace, with a very fast speed. So maybe the driver will recognize it very late that we have switched on warning lights and there is a traffic jam. So this is a possibility. The red car pulls into my lane in front of me. No, you see this red car, it is already in the other lane and behind us. And normally we know we have to, whenever there is a traffic jam, we have to make a safe way or the exit or the passage for the police cars, for the ambulances. That means the person who is on the right side should try to be more on the right, and who is on the left side should try to be more on the left, so that there is a passage or the carriageway between the two lanes, so that in case of emergency, police or maybe ambulances and some emergency vehicles can take this way. So this red car will anyhow not come into our lane because there is already traffic jam, and either will stay in its own lane or will drive towards a bit left to make the Rettungsgasse and the safe passage or the extra carriageway for the ambulances and police vehicles, let's say. So red car will never pull into my lane in front of me. Only first two options are correct. Let's go to the next question. The next question is again a video question. So you are on a motorway, there is some Baustelle, construction work going on. That's why you see the yellow lines, and they are very difficult to follow. Even you see this yellow truck, like this is like this driver is driving in such a risky manner here and there, and maybe even can come into our lane. So I think here we need to be very careful. In exam you can watch the video for 4 times, and it's very important to watch it at least for 3 times, but here to save our time we have only watched it once. So why should you avoid overtaking alongside the roadwork side? So there is a roadwork, and that's why we have only 3 lanes and even marked with yellow lines. So why should we avoid the overtaking here? The risk of an accident increases significantly. Yes, because you see there is an extra yellow marking. We need to follow this. Now we don't need to follow the white marking, and if we travel with the very big speed, huge speed, then maybe some accident can occur, because this is the very narrow road because of the construction work. It is only of 2 lanes, so risk of accident is there. Vehicles in the right hand lane may cross over the yellow road markings. As we have seen already, the behavior of this yellow driver of this yellow container or trailer or truck, whatever you call it, that he is or she is, whoever driver is trying to is driving in a risky manner, and I can come into our lane as well a little bit. So that is also possible. The time saved is frequently insignificant. Yeah, even if you overtake, how much time you can save? 30 seconds, 1 minute, that is not very significant. So at roadwork side, try not to overtake and follow the maximum speed which is allowed, and when the road is clear, maybe after some meters, then you can carry on with the prescribed speed or the maximum speed which you want. Okay, the next question is, when should you interrupt your journey? So when should you interrupt your journey? When I notice that the concentration is decreasing. Yeah, whenever you see your focus is decreasing, you cannot concentrate, take a break right away, interrupt the journey. Want to pick an item that has fallen down in my vehicle? Yes, if let's say some item has fallen down in your car, maybe from the back seat, inside the car somewhere, and it is distracting you, take a short break, keep it safe, make it safe, and then you can carry on your journey. Want to activate the cruise control system? You don't need to take a break or interrupt your journey to activate cruise control system. That you can do while driving. Simply click a button and activate the cruise control system. So I think that's not the need to take a break for cruise control system. Okay, the next question is, when driving outside of a build-up area, what minimum safer distance should you maintain between you and the vehicle ahead? I think this we have already discussed a lot in our previous videos. Whenever you are driving outside build-up areas, your distance with the vehicle in front of you should be half of your speed of your speedometer, your tachometer. Let's say you are traveling at 120 km per hour, so your safer distance with the vehicle ahead of you should be approximately half of the speed, that is 60 meter. So one half of the speedometer reading, not one third, not one fifth, that is standard, and we have discussed it a lot in our previous technical question videos. So if you have some doubt, you can go back to those videos as well. But I am very hopeful that if you are watching this video, you have already watched our previous all the videos, around 50-60 videos, and you are preparing for driving license theory, so you are already following our previous videos. So these questions should be not that much new for you in this particular case. So next question is again a video question. Let's say what is happening here. You are on a roadway. It's a motorway. It looks like a motorway. It's a motorway actually. Some cars, motorcyclists in front of you, a slow moving truck in front of you. And what is happening here? Okay, I think there is no traffic jam at all. There is nothing special to notice in this video. I think no. Yellow car behind you. I don't think so there is a special thing to notice. Maybe we can directly go to the question and see what is there. Okay, you want to overtake the vehicle driving up ahead of you. You want to overtake this vehicle. What is necessary to allow you to do so? Okay, so I think we know when you want to overtake, there are some basic 3 to 4 rules that you need to follow. So they are asking about that. When overtaking, I have to observe the traffic to the rear and side of me. I think that's, you should see how is the traffic flowing in the rear view mirror. So you can check how the car are coming towards me, how they are approaching, how fast they are. If I change the lane, it will create some impact or some effect on the flow of the traffic. So you need to, whenever you want to overtake, you want to change the lane, just to be sure that you have observed the traffic behind you, and maybe some car or some vehicle is in your blind spot which you cannot see in the rear view and side view mirror. You also need to check that. So just observe the traffic, considerably increase my speed. I think that is a basic step to overtake. You should increase the speed, then only you can overtake. And use my indicator to signal my intention to overtake. You indicate left, increase the speed, overtake the blue truck or whatever you want, and come back into the lane. So I think that is the basic maneuvers for overtaking, and that we have discussed in detail already in previous videos. Okay, you want to reverse park on the right hand side of the road. So let's say you want to reverse park here. Yeah, maybe because this could be an empty space. You want to reverse park here. So what is the correct in this situation? What things you need to keep in mind? I anticipate that vehicle may exit their parking spaces. Yes. Yeah, because you see, when you are parking, maybe some vehicle is coming out of the parking space, and either you can hit that car or interrupt them or stop them. So you also need to be very careful that if you are doing the reverse parking, just to be sure, look around, front, back, right, left, that there is no, especially the parking space. If there's a car is coming out of the parking space, stop for some time, let that car park out, come out, and then you can park after that. I closely observe the oncoming traffic before maneuvering into the space. Yes, whenever you are trying to go into the space, just observe the oncoming traffic, because whenever you want to reverse park, then maybe some part of your car will come out on this side and can actually hit the oncoming traffic or can interrupt the flow of the traffic as well. So you need to be very careful about oncoming traffic whenever you want to do the reverse parking, because you know that some part of your car will encroach further in the oncoming lane. I switch on my hazard lights. I think that is not correct. You never switch on your hazard light. You only switch on your hazard light in some specific cases like traffic jam, but not in case of parking. In case of parking, you only switch on the indicator where you want to park and to inform the vehicle which is just like which is let's say this orange vehicle which is in the back side of you, or not in front but back side of you, to inform that you are gonna park your car here and you have already reserved that spot for you, so that if the driver from the rear side also want to park, so he's already aware, no, this space has already been reserved by the car in front of me. In that case, you switch on the indicator, but you never switch on hazard lights while reverse parking or any kind of parking. So you see, this answer is correct. So let's move to the next question. Our next question is, what is prohibited when using motorways? So whenever you are using motorways, what is prohibited? You cannot perform U-turn on motorway. This is correct. You cannot reverse. Stopping on the hard shoulder. Even I think these three things are very clear. We have already seen the questions, the basic rules of motorways in our previous videos. So this question is pretty clear. The next question is, what should be noted when using a seat belt? So whenever you are using a seat belt, what should you keep in mind? Once you have put it on, the seat belt should be pulled tight. I think clear. The main purpose of seat belt should be pulled tight and hold you. A damaged seat belt should be replaced for sure. If a seat belt is damaged, replace it right away. The seat belt should not be twisted. I think these all three answers are straightforward, and the main purpose of seat belt is also clear. What inhibits the operation of 3-point seat belt? Yes, whenever you are using a 3-point seat belt, I think you already know this term. On the back side of your car, the back seats, the middle seat of the back side normally contains 3-point seat belt. The one seat belt coming from the right shoulder, the second one part coming from the left, and the third one is buckle, harness buckle, where you put both of the part of the seat belts. So it is called 3-point seat belt. So what inhibits the operation of 3-point seat belt? Wearing a thick winter coat. Yes, whenever you are wearing a thick winter coat, then the 3-point seat belt will not be working. The main purpose of the 3-point seat belt will not be fulfilled. You cannot put the seat belts properly in the buckle. Not fully locking the belt into the harness buckle. Even if the seat belts are not put in the harness buckle, it's again inhibits the operation of 3-point seat belt. Passing the belt under both arms. Normally you need to pass the belts from top of your shoulder, not under the arms, so it will again kill the main purpose of 3-point seat belt. All three options are correct in this case. Next question is, what should you check before starting your journey? So whenever you are starting your journey, I check if I have the registration certificate part 2. No, you only need registration certificate part 1. I think we already know this Fahrzeugnis Teil 1, and that you need to keep with you. Part 2 is never needed in your car. Only part 1 should be with you. So this option is not correct. I can ensure that I can properly observe other road traffic. Yes, be sure that your mirrors are properly set, they are clean, no dust at all on them. So this is the main thing, that before starting a journey, be sure that you can observe the road traffic properly. Every passenger has put on their seat belt. It is again your responsibility to being a driver to guide your passenger fellows that they should have seat belt on. It is again your responsibility. You also need to take care of that. The next question is, what should be noted regarding the desired protective effect of airbags? Okay, so if you want to have the effect of airbags, what should you keep in mind? The airbag deployment zone may not be encroached. Yes, like you know from where the airbag will be opened. So in front of the opening, there should not be some encroachment, something which will not allow to airbag to be opened when the time is there. God forbid some accident happens, then airbag need to react quickly. But if you have put some kind of encroachment in front of airbag, let's say some hindrance, then in that case airbag will not be deployed properly. So be sure there is no encroachment. Airbags can only achieve their full effect if the vehicle's passenger are in right sitting position. Yes, so if you are not sitting properly, then again it's not like this. The airbags are made like this, they are put like this in a way that you are sitting on the seat in a right position. It's not like this you are laying down on the seat or your head is down, let's say somewhere. Your position should be very straight and right, then only airbag can protect you. Keep in mind, airbags can replace car seat belts when driving in town. No, I think this option is anyhow not correct, because airbags can never replace the importance of seat belt. They both of them have their own use. Next question is, you want to transport a person in a vehicle and that person must remain seated in wheelchair. So you want to transport a person with a wheelchair in your vehicle. What must you be aware of? The wheelchair must be secured using a wheelchair. Yes, the wheelchair must be secured. It's not like this, you are driving the high speed, taking some turns, and the wheelchair is also moving around in the back of your car, let's say, in your vehicle. So it will hurt or harm the person who is on the wheelchair. So wheelchair should be secure. Even the person must be secured using a wheelchair user restraint system. Even you should, if there is belt on the wheelchair, you should put that belt, and you should make the wheelchair secure, the person in the wheelchair secure. Everything you should keep in mind. The motor vehicle must be equipped with a wheelchair space, for sure, that is also correct. The motor vehicle, you should also need to equip that, like you should have enough space in your vehicle that you can carry the wheelchair. That is basic, the first rule. So the last question for today's video, or the question number 30, what should you anticipate when you transport load on the roof of your car? I think this question we have already discussed in previous videos. If you are already aware of our video series about the German driving license theory, that whenever there is a load on the car, the dynamics of the car have been changed, braking distance have been changed, fuel consumption have been changed, behavior have been changed, the effect of wind on the car have been changed, environmental effect, everything changes when you put some load on the car. So the car may respond more sensitively to the side winds. Yes, have increased fuel consumption. Even fuel consumption will be increased when you are carrying some load on your transport. Tilt more to the side when cornering. I think these all options are very easy, pretty straightforward, and easy to consider. So all three options are correct. So friend, this was everything from this video. We have covered 15 more questions from the newly added questions. In the next video, or the last video, we will cover 19 more questions, and then we are done with the new video series of 49 questions. So if you have any question, any query, any doubt, or even any feedback about these videos, you can put in the comment section. Even you can email us. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like our videos, and share with your friends. We wish you all the best and happy learning for German driving license theory, and until the next video, take care and bye.